position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Hurricanes will kick it away first. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Quarterback stands alone. All wide receivers. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Apparently, line number one on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes into 39. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield, making plays.
Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. The Hoosiers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Pistol. The give to the tailback. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They get to him as he throws. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice.
Right down the gut of the field. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Marion. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Just keep slinging it. Got the quick pass. There he goes to the right. He's at the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Canes. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Snags it down the right side.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. To the air, it's Mendoza. Got his man. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Marion. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Running into the open space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marion. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. He leaves it with his back. Showing off the arm. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Miami. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Mendoza. Shoots it to the left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Finds a man on the right.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter,
He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Indiana!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Right on the money. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He might want another play. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bauman. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go with a direct snap. Can't get him to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Hurricanes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Rushes on him, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. He's got it! And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this 1st half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
They want to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well tonight and get back that last score. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's back. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Using his legs, it's Fletcher. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Canes in the hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Miami.
And the Canes are marching down the field. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Caught over the middle, it's Bauman. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Fletcher. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, looking to pass. Using the quick game. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw. It's back. Good timing on the quick out. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And this offense has put together a really nice drive, man. You really want to pay this off. Obviously, third down approaching. Got to be smart with the football, but we want to cut into this lead as much as possible. Down a couple possessions. This would be huge right before the half.
Looking to throw on third. Pressure coming. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, Canes. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect. And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Got a man. It's Williams. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. The Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take a shot. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Beck. Spits it out to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got him. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. He's got an open man. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. And the Hurricanes will have it first and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. first timeout of the half. Just about 30 seconds to go in the half. How aggressive do you want to be here? Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Under fire. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's going to throw deep right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Caught near the sideline, it's Fletcher.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Catch in the middle, it's Marion. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
Wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Hurricane! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Still a lot of time to go here in the third quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. They finally get him.